So Alex, you were explaining something about Matt Walsh fighting with Pearl when the show started.
Yeah, this is I can't.
Let's go.
And I first wanted to ask you, why should I care?
What do you mean? Because Pearl's one of the most influential women in the red pill space, and there's not very
Dang
many
right.
And the girl on the bottom is so mad that he said that.
Go.
women.
She's such a bitter old hag.
And honestly, you should start popping some red pills every now and then now that you're a father and get totally based. And Matt Walsh is a great documentarian, and I see two of my personal heroes fighting. And Pearl's losing weight, looking good. You know how I described that other girl as a Ford pickup truck? Pearl used to look like a Ford pickup truck. Now she's starting to look more like a Tesla. So I'm just, she's my girl, and I don't want her fighting with Matt Walsh, my guy.
She's on fire and covered in bullet holes.
No, not in that sense that she's being,
It's more a Ford Focus.
She's a Ford Focus, and she
And
probably
an
takes
Accord.
Adderall, maybe.
The Accord, yes.
Yeah, a Honda
It's a Honda Accord.
I listen. And
Bro, a Accord costs twice as much as a Tesla.
Okay. Are we going to get to the topic?
the Accords are actually will last a lot longer. But with Sarah and I were arguing about this. Sarah and I were arguing about this a little bit. And Pearl, I was listening to a statement she had after the fact, and love Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh, great documentarian. And Sarah, of course, took his side. But I
Well,
thought.
hold on. Does Tim know what the argument is?
Yeah, I saw.
Okay.
So you saw the tweet.
Pearl says the primary point of Twitter is to troll your husband. And then Matt Walsh responded, Pearl, I understand that you're miserable and lonely and have never been in anything approaching a functional or healthy relationship in your life. So I'll try to be patient with you. You see, husbands and wives who love each other will often do this thing called a joke around. They may even have this other thing that I know is foreign to you called a sense of humor. I hope this clears that up. Now go spew your bullish elsewhere and leave my wife out of it.
Well, what?
Did he hit her with the keep my wife's
And
name
then
out your
He
mouth?
did.
Yeah,
He definitely did.
and he ratioed her
She
into
said,
oblivion.
isn't the wife supposed to be a helpmaate, not an adversary? And he said, it's called a joke, Pearl. The mother of my 6 children is very much my helpmate in a million ways you couldn't possibly understand, and that I won't waste my time explaining to you. You can take as many pot shots at me as you want. I don't care. Leave my wife out of it. I promise you this is not a road you want to go down.
Well, this is my only thing is that
Wait,
he
they didn't read my response. If you don't read
took
it.
the bait. Matt took the bait by even.
He didn't take the bait. He ratioed her into oblivion.
Well, if I
She then
Yeah, but
she
she's
says-
looking for
She
engagement.
then says, guess who's going to be on my thumbnail tomorrow with a emoji devil.
I just
Dude,
think
okay,
that
look,
this shtick is getting old.
Pearl's whole thing is woman bad.
Yeah.
And then like literally no matter what.
SIMP. God, he's always simping. He's going to say I always say that. Watch.
You know what's really funny is
Pearl likes big booty Latino guys.
she's got all these simps. Pearl has all these simps.
Her boyfriend's Dominican.
She has this audience of simps. And when
You can't help
She has
it.
a Dominican
Pearl.
boyfriend.
You can't help it.
Up.
bro, when you criticize Pearl for having an incoherent message, her simps attack you and call you a simp.
Yeah.
And
No, I'll just call you a simp, Tim. Like, I don't need them to do it. I'll do it. Like, you don't.
I'm like, bro, she's not going to date you. And then they start banging the table and screaming, you can't say that to me.
Tim, you have got to be kidding me. You pander so hard. The women aren't going to date you either. Like, get the.
Guys, remember,
Like-
Pearl was on Tim's show. She
Yeah, I'm the one
she
who's supposed to-
graced Tim's show with her presence.
Yeah, and do you know what else, too? He has no smoke for me on the show. And do you know what? The next day, he makes a video saying, Pearl's insecure. Oh my God, I was there like a day before, Tim. Grow a pair. None of this confrontation there. Aren't you the man? Like,
Say it to you.
Well, also, she tries to use the argument that women should not be telling men what to do, how to feel, anything like that, except when a man disagrees with her and says, I'm the one in the marriage, you're not.
God, she looks so old. Oh my God. And, you know, she
The jowls. Look at the jowls by her
she
lips.
me too'd a bunch of guys at like Blaze Media and got him fired. She's a horrible woman. Horrible. Like the things I've heard that she's done, like horrible. And I've never even met her, but her reputation is that bad from like people that don't even know each other.
Let me tell you how my marriage is because it's my marriage. And she has to then try to correct him, which she tells every other woman you're
I didn't correct anybody. I asked 2 questions, 2.
not allowed to do. She, I guess, is the only one who can do that.
I think the only thing she really has for her show is that women are awful.
Yep.
And then it's just like, what I really don't understand is how you create a daily news show where it's just today why women are awful. Here's why.
It's
Have you even watched my show, Tim? Oh my God.
You just like
Easy
show
number.
Isabella DeLuca eating steak, and you're just like, this bitch is fat. I'm not saying that, but that's like all you have to do, and then you gotta get a bunch of views. Like,
Well, or she baits Matt Walsh and insults his wife.
yeah,
I didn't insult his wife.
You didn't insult
I
her.
didn't insult her. They insulted me.
the same kind of
Gender war stuff like this does billions of views, and it's really, really easy.
Oh my God. I can't. Doug, it's that bad out there, isn't it?
Pearl, do you remember a couple
Oh
of
my
times?
God. Go ahead.
We've known each other for what? Almost 4 years, right?
Yeah.
And there have been times where you said, because both of us had a conversation about, maybe this red pill, there's peaks and valleys. People always say, oh, the red pill's going to go away, but why do I keep telling you each time we have the conversation as to why you're always going to have a job? Why people are always going to come to your show, Pro? Do you remember?
Because the red pill's never going to die.
Why?
Because women are
whores
women.
are going to keep
Yeah.
being whores. Modern women are going to keep being modern women. Just when it starts to die down, modern women just light the flame back up again.
Yeah.
And that's what they don't understand.
Yeah. Let me see what else they say.
Well,
Either side.
there's a lot of guys who don't like women.
Yeah.
And vice
Yeah,
versa.
there
I mean,
are.
There's a lot of women that don't. I mean, that's why it does billions of views.
Well, see,
because both
Men and
Well, the
women,
women hate women
look,
just as
men and
like
women
more.
hate each other. Always
And
have.
women and women
and
hate each other.
anyone who pretends otherwise is lying.
Yeah, but Tim, women and women hate each other too.
And men hate each other.
Yeah.
In fact, everyone hates everybody. It's just a world of hate.
I mean, really?
It's just
I mean,
a
you're not
matter of
lying.
the people that feel really passionate about it are always looking for this content.
Yeah.
There's always people that are pissed off the opposite sex.
Phil, you don't
also-
think it's funny when Pearl calls somebody a 6 and you're like, Pearl, you're a 6. Like, I mean,
and then she goes, I know.
I don't pay attention.
and it's funny,
to Pearl.
and that's why I think Pearl's funny.
She's like, that validates my answer. If I'm a 6, I know what a 6 looks like.
Thank you.
You got that right.
I think that's a
no.
I think it's
Pearl's
a
smart.
hard thing to argue.
Pearl saw how there's these women who are like the patriarchy. And what they're really saying is, I hate men. And she was like, I bet I could do the same thing, but for women.
Yeah.
And then she did. And she makes money. She's probably a millionaire.
I don't know about it. I mean, she does okay, but she got demonetized on YouTube. I think she could have been.
Oh, really?
I believe so.
I don't understand how you do like a daily show where it's just like your subject matter is always just.
Okay, Tim, come on. I'll show you. I'll show you exactly how I do it, Tim. Oh my gosh.
Women bad.
Well, drama is what everybody
You just
wants.
go on the
right,
internet and
Naz?
look up stories.
no.
Tim, your whole shtick is liberals bad. Like, get the fuck out of my face. That is literally your whole shtick is liberals bad. The left, the liberals. Like, we've
you
all
can make
seen
the-
you guys do it for a decade. So,
Yep,
God,
and
I
you can
just
make
can't.
the same argument for him.
The hypocrisy of these guys, it just drives me nuts. Go ahead.
You can say the same thing for him. I guarantee you, he's probably had people in his life or his management say, hey, Tim, this whole hating liberals thing, it's probably going to fan out one day, but it hasn't yet because liberals are going to keep doing liberal stuff. Just when you think it starts to die down, there's BLM riots going on and all sorts of craziness, So the market is going to be there because there's a demand. It's the same thing with red pill content.
No. Hold on, Alex. I get drama. I understand being TMZ.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is like today on the Women's Bad Show, here's a woman who wore makeup.
I'll tell you why. I'll give you a good answer because there's two different forms of content. There's like content that you can kind of create that people will react to, or you can just react to content. So she's making both. She's creating the content that we're reacting to, and she's reacting to content. So it's like she's kind of doing a two-faced thing.
So what you're saying is society is going to collapse very soon.
Yeah, we're all gonna have the neural link.
You should just start 2 shows back to back, the woman bad show and the man bad show, and they should be one after the other, just 1 hour each. Show.
All right, Tim, fly me out. Fly me out. I swear to God, fly me out because this is I want my invite back. I want an invite back. If you're going to talk shit on my show, I want this invite back. No, I want you guys to come to me, actually. I've gone to you last time. I have a chair here. I have a chair. So, yeah. If you want to see how the woman yeah, I don't have the time to go out there. It's time. Go ahead.
Glenn's in the Zoom chat waiting if you want to bring him up.
Got it. I got it. What, Alex, you could do this.
Pearl
You
versus
do two
Alex.
Wait till we're done, and then I'll bring it up.
shows.
Yeah.
One is why women are bad, but then you take your jacket off and claim you're Axel Stein, the twin brother of Alex Stein, and then do
Charlie Kurt.
and do the leftist version where you're like, my twin brother is wrong, and you react to it.
I like that, and I'm anti-woman and I'm pro-woman. So
Bro,
I could
actually,
do that.
This is actually an interesting thing.
You can.
Hold on, wait.
I can do this easy.
If somebody launched 2 channels and claimed to be their own twin brother,
Your
nobody would know.
Your second hour is just you reacting to your first.
Tower, yeah. He's a bigot. He's wrong.
Yeah, that's the
that
whole
would be
thing.
Content
easy.
is endless.
Our parents didn't love him.
Do you know what? I bet Alex Stein agrees with me, but he works at the Blaze. I know he can't work around that crazy woman all the time.
enough?
No.
But would anybody believe, like, if you claim to be your own twin, what would the left say if, like, you had 2 channels and you were like, my brother is wrong, I disavow?
Plus,
I don't know, but that sounds like a good social
I feel like